Ladies and gentlemen, I started my live stream about a minute early so we could get into the Christmas spirit. And of course, the Christmas spirit is all about giving and taking. So what I want you to understand is that today's show is done strictly for comedic purposes, as are all my videos denoted as a comedy skit or routine. However, even in comedy, there is some truth. So two of the subjects that we're going to talk about today are, in fact, three subject matters. One, we're going to talk about the price of gold in the Philippines and how some fool in Cebu twisted up a story that I told last week, that I had two silver dollars. I had one when I was born. A woman named Kitty, a black woman, gave my mother, when I was born, a 1922 silver dollar. And another one I got, and I don't remember where or how I got it. So I had two silver dollars. That's the only silver I earned. So when I went back to New York, they were in an old box. Then I found them. So the price of silver in New York, I think they would have given me $17 per coin. And I said, well, for $17, I'm not going to sell those two coins. Maybe it's worth more in the Philippines. So when I came to the Philippines, I did bring those two coins, and I brought some 1960s Kennedy half dollars, which were supposed to have silver in them. They will not buy any coin unless it was minted before 1943. So if you're thinking about bringing silver to the Philippines and selling it, you can forget that. This is like just not going to happen. And in fact, I had what was supposed to be, it says sterling silver on a fork and a spoon, just one fork and one spoon, that Daisy and I brought to the same pawn shop that buys gold and silver, and they weren't even interested in the silver spoon or fork. And it was only about 4 ounces of silver. So really, I'll just put it in a salad bowl when I finish the hotel. So, and the coins I was offered $12 for. So I don't know, with the several months between the time I brought the coins to New York and in the Philippines, if the price of silver went down, but I didn't sell them. I'll just keep them, and that'll be the end of it. So that story that I just told you is pretty factual. And now I have to listen to some clown talk about how I'm broke, how I'm actually physically broke, and that I brought my silver coins from New York, which that don't even exist. I did have 10 1969 Kennedy half dollars or something like that. They're worth nothing here. They're worth less money than face value. So I have to hear a story about how I'm broke and how I went to a silver and gold buyer last week. I did not go to a pawn shop last week. I went to a sales kiosk at the Altaris Mall, and when you walk in through the back door, the kiosk is about 50 feet from the entrance. And I asked the fellow what the price of gold was, that he was selling hollow chains for the wrist or ankle at 2,880 pesos per gram, which I don't know if that's a good price or bad. I have no idea. But I did not go to sell my gold. My gold has been gone for a very long time. So I don't know why this fella keeps making up these stories, but it's nothing compared to the Christmas song I'm going to sing for PINOY Troll. And I do have some notes on that. And but before I go to the PINOY Troll 12 Days of Christmas song, I want you to understand that I have heard stories by the same fellow that somehow I have an upper hand on my subscribers, and I somehow forced them into sending me 31,000 pesos on Friday. And to be honest with you, I had no idea I was even going to get any super chat. I hadn't mentioned it up until the point where these gentlemen started sending me super chat. I had no idea that was going to happen. So, but I do know for a fact that there is a man here on YouTube, and I won't mention his name because, of course, I can't mention his name, and there are reasons for that. But what I do know is that several months ago, this man became friends with two other men and somehow got their real names. And one of those men, from my understanding, and I don't know this to be true, had a criminal record. So this other fellow who lives in the Philippines researched the man who lives in America's criminal record after he found out his real name. And this particular man who lived in America had a wrench on my show. So what happened was, all of a sudden, within like 48 hours, nobody at all was coming to my shows. Nobody. Like, nobody was on the show. I couldn't see a single comment, and I would do a show for 45 minutes or an hour and receive no super chat. And I'm going, all right, I can understand no super chat, but how come I'm not seeing any comments? Well, what we discovered, the other man and I and Scott Del Fuego and Mercury 3 and one other man, who were all wrenches on my channel, discovered through the process of elimination that somebody who had a wrench was eliminating all my super chatters, going to their channel after the show ended and blocking all of them. So basically, if that, oh boy, if it's true, the internet just flickered. If it's true, then there was some sort of coercion. There was coercion, in fact, to have the man in America who supposedly had a criminal record and a wrench on my channel to eliminate all my super chatters and all my subscribers, so I couldn't see them. So that is in fact factual, because by process of elimination, I removed the wrench from several people. And then with my other wrenches and friends on YouTube, we went through, they suggested I go through my blocked persons. And when I went to my blocked persons account, every one of my personal friends for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years was blocked. Every one of my super chatters was blocked. And it could have only been done by either myself or another wrench. So we had a pretty good idea who that wrench was. And I eliminated probably 3 or 4 people, which got all of them upset that I would even think it was them. But I can't say who it is till this day. All I know is that I removed those 3 or 4 people and their wrenches, and it never happened again. So what you really need to be careful of is this fellow, let's call him a fella. He will become your friend. He will ask you for your full name and perhaps your email address. And from that, he will do research on you. And if you have a criminal record, he likes to dox people who have a criminal record or somehow use it to his advantage. Now, I won't say that that's what he did, but I will say that that's what it appears that he did. So this is what you need to be careful of when you give out your full name. And where you live, it's easy to do a police criminal search on you. Now, he's done this with me many times, saying that I have an arrest record. And yes, I do. But they were both adjudicated, and I could care less about that. It's not even an important factor of my life. I would even make a whole show one day to the worthless court system that we have in America, because no one asked me any questions before I was arrested as to whether or not I actually committed a crime. And then after I got arrested, I went to the DA's office, and explained to the DA. In fact, I even went to the DA with the man who filed charges against me. And he told the DA I was one of the best contractors that had ever worked for him in his entire life. Showed up every day, did the job, professionally cleaned up after myself, did a perfect job, plumbing, tile, all that stuff. He said, except that, he took my drill, which was worth $1 as garbage. So I got arrested for holding a man's tools hostage. $1. That's what the drill would have been worth for the switch inside the drill. So then this guy publicly announces that I have an arrest record. And the DA said, I won't tell you the man's name. The DA said to the complainant, he goes, well, do you want to follow up on the charges? He goes, no. He goes, in fact, I want to pay Mr. Fazio the $500 that I owe him, because he owed me $500 and I had kept his drill. So we made an agreement in the DA's office, and the entire case was dismissed in about less than 45 minutes, and it was adjudicated. So, and yet he keeps throwing this up on the internet that I have this big criminal arrest record. Second charge. This way we get this out of the way. The second charge, this one's good. I had an account at the TIB Bank in a place called Big Pine Key. And it cost $12 a month to have the account, the checking account there. So when I moved up to Key Largo, the bank in Key Largo, I started a new account and I got new checks. And what I did was I waited 7 months from the time I had written the last check in Big Pine Key. 7 months. And when I went to the bank, this woman, another incompetent employee of the system, TIB Banking in Key Largo, totally incompetent woman, said you only have to wait 6 months before you cancel the account, because the reason was Key Largo wanted you to have the address of Key Largo if you lived there. Plus, I had to change all my information on my driver's license and everything. So I said, well, I don't know if I have any outstanding checks. And she said, when was the last check written? And it was written to a haircutting place in 1996, I think it was. And the haircutting place didn't cash the check. And 7 months went by. And she goes, it's okay, you can close the account. Well, the internet is really screwed. Ah, you son of a gun. Okay, it says I'm back online. The internet is flickering again. Anyway, 7 months later, I closed the account. But in Key Largo, I had just made a trip back east and brought back oh boy. I brought back a small box, and I put $107,000 in my Key Largo bank account. So I had $107,000 available in my Key Largo bank account, which was connected to my checking account. But I closed my bank account and my checking account in Big Pine Key. And then a year and a half later, 1.5 years later, now this is a true story, I'm working for Chris Carson's Marine Service, and the phone rings, and it's the police. And they said, is this Mr. Fazio? I said, yes, because same phone number. We'd like to see you down at the station. So I'm going, no. Why do I have to come to the station for? Well, we'd like to interview you. Where are you? I said, well, it was a Friday afternoon, and I hadn't had lunch yet, and it was like 2 o'clock. This freaking internet. I hadn't had lunch yet. It was Friday afternoon, about 2 o'clock. And I said, oh boy, the internet is down again. Oh boy, the internet keeps going on and off. I said, what do you need to see me at the station for? We just want to ask you a question. So I go, oh, no. I'm getting arrested. But what I'm getting arrested for, I won't know. So I said, well, I'm not going to tell you where I am because I haven't had lunch yet and I'm hungry. So I went downstairs and talked to Chris, who owns Chris Carson's Marine Service. And I said, look, Chris, I'm going to get arrested for something, and I don't know what. So I handed him some personal items. And I said, I'm going to go to Burger King, get lunch, because it's Friday afternoon. It's already 3 o'clock. I'm going to be in jail tonight, and I don't know that they're going to feed me dinner. So he said, okay. He goes, what are you getting arrested for? I said, I don't know. He goes, well, how do you know? I'm going, so I get on the phone with the lady again. I called her back, and she says to me, Mr. Fazio, how are you? And I said, I'm doing fine, thank you. I said, I'm going to go to Burger King and get lunch. No, sir, please come to the station or tell us where you are. We'll send an officer to ask you the question. So I said something pretty derogatory to the woman. And I mean, really derogatory. Like, I asked her if she would do something special for me. And she says, oh, Mr. Fazio, don't talk like that. We just want to ask you a question. And I go, yep. I had it on speakerphone, and Chris looks at me and goes, yep, you're getting arrested. So I said, okay, so I'm getting arrested. And now I'm thinking, what happened in the last 20 years that has no statute of limitations? And I'm thinking, well, nothing I could think of that anything that I was involved with. But in New York, sometimes they implement you just because you worked in somebody's house as part of a case. So I thought I was going to get deported back to New York as a witness for something. That didn't happen. All right, so that was my second arrest. So what happened was I wrote this check out for $10. And what did I write the check out for? A haircut that looked just like this. And why was I getting a haircut? Because at the time I wrote the check out, in April of 1996, I think it was, I had to go take the Marine Patrol test up in Tallahassee. So I was going to become a Marine Patrol agent. I had all my papers. I did my psychological evaluation. I had all of that stuff worked out. And I was actually going to be a Marine Patrol agent, which I turned down because I couldn't pay my mortgage with their salary. So my mortgage at the time was $1,800 and another $1,000 a month for electric and insurances and taxes. So I just couldn't make enough money as a Marine Patrol agent. Anyway, so now I get back with Burger King and I have my lunch, and I had already given Chris my things that needed to be personally addressed. And I called them back and I said, look, okay, I'm at Chris Carson's Marine Service. Okay, we'll send an officer over to ask you the question. So I said, but are you sure you don't want to help me out with that special thing I asked you for? Oh, Mr. Fazio. Oh, don't talk like that, Mr. Fazio. We just have if you would have said that to any normal police officer, they would have got really upset. But she was good. She took it right on the chin, which is where she would have took it if she came and did me that favor. So they come. No, they don't come. An officer doesn't come. First, my friend Steve, who's a police officer who I worked with at Holiday Isle, comes. First he comes. And he rolls up because he knew me. So they always send somebody that you know first. So he puts me in handcuffs. Then the police car towing the dog truck came next to search my car for drugs, which there were none. Okay. Then another police car showed up. And by the time the police cars stopped rolling up, and there was a reason that there were so many police, I would say there was more than 8 and possibly 11 police. It was pretty confusing. And the reason is because I had special permits for special things, and they wanted to make sure I didn't have those things available. Meanwhile, I was already in handcuffs, and I had already been searched. So my special permits was what brought all of those police to the thing. So I go to jail, and it's Friday night. And I said to them, look, are you going to feed me dinner? Because otherwise, and they said to me, what about, do you have any problems with people? I said, why? So, well, we don't know if we should put you in population or not. There was 90 people in population. I said, better you put me in solitary. They said, why? I said, because this way I can sleep and I can read. in population, you got guys working out, you got guys farting, you got guys telling jokes, they got the TV on. Just put me in isolation. So they did. And I could tell you a story. So I said, by the way, you got a Bible? So they give me a Bible. And I said, and the police, the psychologist walks into my cell, regular isolation cell. I'm by myself, and said, what happened? And because I asked the police officer to do me a favor, the lady, which only I would want a lady to do for me. And I said, yeah, I did ask her for that, because he goes, do you have psychological issues? I said, no, I just thought maybe she would help me out. And I've been a couple of weeks since I got tuned up. And he says, do you think you did anything wrong? I said, no, in fact, see this Bible here? I'm going to put the Bible on my head, and I'm going to open up the Bible. Okay, this Bible, I'm going to open the Bible up, and I'm going to put my finger on a page and on a paragraph, and that's going to show you that I'm innocent. And I don't know what chapter it is in the Bible, but it was the chapter and verse in the Bible where Peter had gotten unjustly arrested. This is the verse and chapter that I opened up. I just randomly opened up the Bible, and where the Lord's angels came into Peter's cell, made the guards go to sleep, released his chains, and they walked out of the prison. I'm telling you the truth. This is true. And we're offline again. Wonderful. Okay, so this is a true psychic experience. So I open it up and I read it, and I'm going, you see, this is where I put and I'm reading that Peter was innocent, arrested falsely, accused falsely, I think by Pontius Pilate, not sure, and that the Lord sent his angels to release Peter from prison, and they all walked out and nobody saw them. So now the guy thinks that I'm crazy. And I'm going, why do you think you saw me open up the Bible to a random page? It was on my head. You handed me the Bible a minute ago. How could I do this on purpose? This is God talking to you. So the psychologist says, do you think that you're going to walk out of here? And the Lord is going to come in? You're going to break out? He's like throwing things at me. I'm going, of course I'm going to walk out of here. But as soon as you tell me what I'm in here for, because they didn't know what I was in there for. I said, how could you arrest somebody without knowing what the charges are? Well, we know you have a warrant out for your arrest. I said, well, how can you arrest me without knowing what the charge is? We're going to have to find that out. Okay, so, well, when you let me know when you got the charges sorted out. Well, it wasn't until Monday that they figured out what the charge was, and that was for a worthless check. And the worthless check was for $10. And I said, well, look, I have a bank account in Tib, in Key Largo. You can call up. I used to call her downtown Laura Brown, but that was her name, Laura Brown. She's probably the president of the bank by now, because she had good, solid. So we're offline again. Online again. I wonder if any of this is coming through. And they call up the bank and they say, geez, he's got $107,000 in that bank account. They confirmed it because I got on the phone with them in the office. I'm going, what are you guys breaking my chops for? I'll pay the $10 and I'll pay the court fees. Just let me out of jail. Oh, you got to get bailed out. So I said, you know what? How long will I have to stay in here if I don't get bailed out for this charge? And it was like 3 weeks of time. You know what? I'll just stay here for 3 weeks. I'll just stay here. I like it here. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to work. I don't need to work. I have no work. All my bills are paid for 6 months in advance. I'll just stay here for the 3 weeks and you let me out. I don't want to pay 10% for a bond. So with that, they put me back in my cell, thinking that there was something wrong with me. Of course, there isn't anything wrong with me. And right now, I'm going to go to hold on a second. I have to, I want to go to my channel and read the comments and see if you guys are even watching any of this. This is crazy. This is crazy that this internet keeps flickering. I would like to take the person who runs this internet system and flicker their ability to breathe. Okay, so let's go here and let's see if I'm still streaming to the PINOY Trolls song. This loading sign. It's been going like this all morning. All right. All morning. All morning. All right. Like this all morning. Oh, okay. So you guys can hear me. All right. So now Monday night comes along and it's raining. I'm talking about raining hard. It was stormy season. Typhoon season, hurricane season. And there was a torrential downpour. You could hear it through the concrete roof. So some guy comes in. I'm like, I just got to sleep. They took me out of isolation. And I don't know why, but they just wanted that cell, I guess. And they put me in general population, which I had no problem with. But everybody farting, and who's doing exercises, who's doing knee, stomach exercises, who's talking. And I'm going, So they said, we have a visitor. It was like 11 o'clock at night. So it was a bonding agent. And the bonding agent was a brother Mason, who I knew. And he comes in, and we walk down the hallway to a private room. And he goes, I'm going to bond you out. I said, no, I want to stay. He goes, what do you mean you want to stay? I says, the charge only calls for 3 weeks of time. I'll stay here for 3 weeks. He goes, no. Chris is going to pay your bond, and then he needs you back at work. I said, well, as long as he wants to pay for my bond, I'll go. So he goes, all right, I'll bond you out now. I said, no. Are you going to drive me home? He goes, no, because this guy lived further south, and I lived up in Key Largo. I'm not going to, there's no buses, there's no cabs. This is going back 15, 20 years back in Key Largo. And I'm not walking 10 miles in the rain. So if you're not driving me in the hallway that we're painting the hallway, they go, you're not going to bond out? I go, no, I like it here. And I'm going to have breakfast here at least. And I want to say goodbye to everybody because I knew half the guys in there. So that were adjudicated. But he did, in fact, we lost it. He did, in fact, from what I heard, he did, in fact, figure out a way to extort one of my wrenches to block people. So I'm going to go back to my subscribers over here and see if, can you guys hear me? Can you guys still see me? All right. Somebody just put in a bunch of ones if you can still hear me. Okay, good. All right, so now this is how extortion can work. Now, and I was, okay, thank you, Warren. Thank you, everybody. All right, so now we're going to sing the 12 Days of Christmas. But I just wanted to explain how extortion works because there's a rumor going around that somehow I extorted my patrons, Patreon members and my Super Chat members and my personal friends and my subscribers to send me 31,000 pesos on Friday. When in fact, all I was doing was a regular show, hadn't mentioned Super Chat, and they started sending me money. So the rumor is that somehow I have the goods, so to speak. Now, who in their right mind would put out a rumor like that? Well, the answer is nobody in their right mind would do that because, first of all, I wouldn't do it. So, anybody that knows me knows I wouldn't do it. So why would they say I was doing it? Because they're not in their right mind at all. However, the truth of the matter is the rumor that one of my wrenches was extorted seems to be the truth. And it is by the same person that's saying that somehow I extorted my subscribers, because that man has something wrong with him inside his head. John Escape, thank you very much, John Escape. Salamat from Daisy May and Michael Fazio in the Philippines. Salamat. All right, so let's go to the 12 days of Christmas. I could put it up on the screen so that you guys can see it, and I will. Okay, so it's a clean thing here. We're gonna have some music in the background. This is page 1. This is page 2. This is page 3. This is page 4. Now this will give that clown who made up the rumors, something to review and try to find something wrong in the words. So we're going to sing. It's going to happen in about 30 or 40 seconds. So let me get some Christmas music on here. 12 days of Chismas. Why didn't I think of that? Damn, B-Bots. That is fantastic. I can always do another live stream. The 12 days of Chismas. Here we go. Here is the music. Just background music. Let me get it set right. PINOY Troll, 12 Days of Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm going to the Philippines to find my friends in Cebu and a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm going to Cebu to find my friends in Cebu, and I'm gonna buy him lunch too, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm going to find my friends in Cebu. I'm going to buy him lunch, and I'm going to make him blush, and a partridge in a pear tree. La, 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 la. And a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm going to Cebu. I'm gonna buy him lunch. I'm gonna make him blush. And if he don't blush, I'm gonna put a crush on him. And a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm gonna find my friend in Cebu. I'm gonna buy him lunch. I'm gonna make him blush. If he don't blush, I'm gonna put a crush on him. If he gets mad, I'm gonna make him sad. And a partridge in a pear tree. La 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 la. On the sixth day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm gonna find my friends in Cebu. I'm gonna buy him lunch. I'm gonna make him blush. And if he don't blush, I'm gonna put a crush on him. If he gets mad, I'm gonna make him sad. I'm gonna ask him if he still thinks he's bad. And that will make him mad. And a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm gonna find my friends in Cebu. I'm gonna buy him lunch. I'm gonna make him blush. And if he doesn't blush, I'm gonna put a crush on him. If he gets mad, I'm gonna make him sad. I'm gonna ask him if he still thinks he's bad, and that will make him mad. And if he gets real mad, he's even gonna be more sad. And a partridge in a pear tree. On the eighth day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm going to Cebu. I'm gonna buy him lunch. I'm gonna make him blush. If he don't blush, I'm gonna put a crush on him. And if he gets mad, I'm gonna make him sad. I'm gonna ask him if he still thinks he's bad, and that will make him mad. If he gets real mad, he's gonna be even more sad. I'm only 110 pounds, and I'm gonna man speak some sense into his tiny mind. And a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, wait a second, we gotta play that again. And on the 9th day of Christmas, I'm gonna ask him if he gets mad on him. On the 10th day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm gonna ask him if he still thinks he's bad, and that will make him really mad. He's gonna be even more sad. I'm only 110 pounds, and I'm gonna man speak some sense into his tiny mind. And if I man speak, he will sing out loud, I give up. I told you I would treat him to lunch, but he made me defeat him up. And a partridge in a pear tree. You gotta work on this song a little bit, yes, you know. On the 11th day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm gonna ask him if he still thinks he's bad, and that will make him real mad. If he gets real mad, he's gonna be even more sad. I'm only 110 pounds. I'm gonna man speak some sense into his tiny mind. And if I man speak, he will sing out loud, I give up. I told you I would treat him to lunch, but he made me defeat him up. He's just a wussy, and it runs with mushy, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, PINOY said to me, I'm gonna go find my friends in Cebu. I'm gonna ask him if he still thinks he's bad. That will make him real mad, and if he gets mad, he'll speak some sense into his tiny mind. If I man speak, he will sing out loud, I give up. I told him I would treat him to lunch, but he made me defeat him up. He made me defeat him up. He's just a wussy, and that rhymes with mushy. Now who's the boss? Now who's the boss? I'm coming to Cebu, and a partridge in a pear tree. I definitely got to work on that. La 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 la. There's nothing like a little Christmas spirit. Nothing like. And yeah. That guy never gets any super chat. He's really upset because he thinks I extorted my subscribers. 12 Days of Christmas. That's the next one, B-Bots. I'll make a 12 Days of Christmas. I haven't had any time to prepare. This was just off the top of my head. I just put this together late Friday night. And then yesterday I was busy all day. I had to go, one of the machines from the guy that I rent equipment from needed to be serviced. Orange Khan says he's taking a break. I heard that. Taking a break, not a vacation. He'll be back at noon. Yeah, Frank, what is a currapot? I don't know what that means. But he'll be back. He'll be back. And I don't know why, but I mean that he'll be back. And he made some really crazy accusations about putting people in jail, I heard, and that they'll be sorry. But I have a question. Now, maybe somebody could answer this, somebody that's in law enforcement. If a person makes all these accusations to put somebody in jail, and the person lives in the Philippines, and he accuses other people of crimes, if the person in the Philippines has to go back to America for whatever reason, can he still follow up on those charges? That's my question, because there's always the possibility that that he won't be able to stay in the Philippines to follow up on the charges. There's always that possibility. According to Roberto, that possibility is high. Okay, so yeah, he did that with me also, Frank the Kurapot. What is the Kurapot anyway? I don't understand what that means before I keep saying it and get in trouble. Dennis Adams doesn't say much, but when Dennis Adams speaks, it's like when E.F. Hutton speaks. Everything that poor excuse of a human says cannot be believed. Everything is a lie. Dennis Adams. Oh, God. Yesterday was a dusty day out in the field, I got to tell you. Dennis Adams, we have Super Chat. Salamat, Dennis Adams, from Michael Fazio, and, of course, Daisy May. And that's another thing, but we won't get into the Daisy May story right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Dennis Adams, from Michael Fazio. And Daisy May in the Philippines, baby. That's right. Salamat, Dennis. Oh, my God, the stories that come out of that particular fella. And Sasha's here. Welcome to the machine, Sasha. I'll get to you in a minute. All right, so Dennis, wow, we have a lot. Oh, my God. Oh, boy, this is way, way up here. Go, Bobo. Hello. All right, so listen, in 20 minutes, Roberto, the brown American expat, is going to have a show. So I'm going to end my show early so I could go over that. Now, Roberto, if you're listening to this still, I have to tell you, I would love to come on your show, but I cannot. And you understand why. So I'm going to go watch Roberto's show. I might put my 2 cents in as well, but I do need to make you understand that I have no ability to talk about certain things at this time. Margie Andrea, now she's a lady that has 1.7 thousand subscribers, and she has a channel. So if you guys want to go check out a channel, I subscribed the other day. I did not get a chance to watch any of your videos, but she is a valid subscriber. I mean, a valid YouTube creator. Sasha, good morning. Sasha has a channel, and he transports equipment from the east, from north to south, up and down 95 on the East Coast. If you need a boat, a truck, or equipment transferred, Sasha can do that for you. Mercury 3, welcome to the machine. I did remember the squeeze, Warren. Okay. All right, so let me get down to where Dennis Adams did put in a super chat, as did John Escape, another super chat. That's an amazing thing. Scott Del Fuego, typically a charge must have a complainant in the jurisdiction available to testify. And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking if that man, and I use those words lightly, if that man was to be removed from the Philippines, baby, I would think that all those charges against Roberto and myself would have to be adjudicated. Poof, gone, just like that. Now, I could call up the local police captain, who, by the way, no, I won't go there. But 11 a.m. is his show. Okay, so I will be able to stay on here for a little while longer. Scott Del Fuego, he is with the limericks again. I heard a Christmas carol, they stole the tune to White Christmas. Those limericks, Scott, they get better by the day. Better by the day. So I got to tell you that my whole arrest history is pretty benign, actually, considering considering some of the things that I have heard stories about. So let's, does anybody have a question about the Philippines, perhaps? Or, let's see, oh, Daisy said to say hello to everybody. Daisy is living in a place where there is no internet. And, but what I can do is show you the dress. I can show you this freaking beautiful dress that Daisy's going to wear to the wedding. She sent me a picture, so let me open up my Skype. She sent me a picture. Scott, are you talking, is this Belmont Racetrack with the horses? 3 strikes. I have 3 strikes and you're out. That looks like a bowling scorecard. I'm going to show you a beautiful picture. Daisy sent this. Well, today would be Sunday. It wasn't Saturday. It was Friday night. Daisy and I talked for a little while. Her internet, she walked outside the house so that she could get internet. It wasn't snowing. It wasn't raining. And it is rainy season in Mindanao. And she sent me this beautiful picture. So just let me get that to you, Daisy May. Okay. I won't give you her Skype name. Let me get this open. And this is really pretty. I got to tell you, this is a really pretty dress. Okay, let's get her name off of there. All right, look. Isn't that beautiful? She's going to be the bride's maid. And this is the color that they chose, purple. And let me go to the next previous picture. I don't know. All right, so this is Daisy went on vacation about 2 weeks ago, and the name of the place that she went on vacation is in one of these pictures, but it's near Zamboanga, and this is a little lake that you can fish from and catch your own fish. And this is it's a koi pond, so you can literally catch your own koi and have them fish it, or they'll catch it for you. And this is the house that Daisy and her girlfriend. No. This is the hotel. This is probably the hotel. Okay, I think this is the hotel. All right. The fool is giving out her wrong name again. More false information. So this is her girlfriend, Chris, in the top right. Chris is the lady that's getting married, I think, November 21st. And, of course, that's Daisy May. And I don't know who that girl is. But I do know that all 3 of those girls went to high school together. All right. This is Chris and Daisy and her friend in the foreground. Another one with Chris and Daisy. This is just Chris. Yep. Okay, that's it. So, anyway, okay. So I just wanted to show you that Daisy said to say hello to everybody. Everybody, she said to say hello to. And there is this particular person that Daisy said she would like to smack. Now, it wasn't me, got to tell you. And I would think that Daisy could beat him. I would think that. And I'm not kidding. She has such a dislike for the fellow that in question. She said she would like to smack him for putting out information that's false or partially true. For mentioning her name, she would like to smack the man just for mentioning her name. And I got to tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, Daisy is strong. So I would think if she smacked you, she'd move right in and give you 4 or 5 body shots and collapse your chest. But that's just my opinion. and I'm biased, and she is cute, isn't she, Scott? I would think that she could beat you, to the guy that keeps putting out this false information and half truths. I would think she could beat you. Now, of course, she weighs less than Pinoy Troll. Now, Pinoy Troll, of course, has offered you the opportunity to have lunch with him. And with you and your mouth running for the last year and a half, how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that and how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that. To Pinoy Troll, I will personally start a fund to get you to Manila. And believe me, I could do that. I will fund your trip to Manila. I will guarantee you all expenses paid. Hotel, airfare, car fare, boat fare, whatever it takes. I will guarantee you the money that it's going to cost you, just you, by yourself, to get to Manila. Not going to pay for a trip for the family because you're probably not going to show up anyway. But I will pay for that. And I will have my subscribers pay for it because they will. So, and talking about my subscribers, oh my God, I forgot. Does everybody here know that the fella in Cebu made an outright, blatant, non-truthful statement that the only reason I would ever get my hotel built is if I ask my subscribers for the money to build a hotel. Now, okay, now listen to this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen, okay? First of all, we're looking at, well, the final price for the plans will be coming in just around the end of the month. I have 2 contractors looking at plans, but we have to work out some things because I have equipment and I will be bringing in equipment that I will buy. So the final price, but the final price for the hotel is going to be more than, it's going to be a minimum of 5 million pesos finished. That's a finished product. Okay, my subscribers are not going to give me $100,000, but this is the story that the little man who makes up stories is putting out, that I am going to force, somehow extort, somehow squeeze my subscribers for 100,000 pesos. So here's what I want you guys to understand. Go Bobo said he was going to send me 69 cents for a wrench. TLO Barton said he was going to send me $49.95 for a wrench. So already right there, we have $51 towards the 100,000. If you guys want to subscribe and become part of the Fazio hotel building industry in the Philippines, for $100,000, you too can be part of this plan. But one thing I want you to understand, if somebody wanted to be a serious investor, of course, you would have your own room. And that would be your place. You could rent it out or do as you please. But this is the stories I got to hear from this guy talking about Daisy and talking about Daisy this and Daisy that and Daisy this. Let me explain this to you, okay? Why do you do it from behind your computer? Why do you talk about Pinoy Troll from behind your computer for a year and a half, and then when he offers you lunch, crickets? Why? Why is that? I don't understand. There is a perfectly logical solution to this. You rent out a boxing ring with doctors and cutmen, and you sign an agreement, just like Passport TV explained. You sign an agreement to fight, and any damages, no one will be held responsible for damages, but you're going to be guaranteed hospital bills, and so will they. Transportation, food, doctor care, and hotel expenses. What is the problem here? What is the problem? You can go do everything that you wanted to do for the last year and a half to Pinoy Troll. You can go accomplish all these things to Pinoy Troll. I mean, you could do this and that and the other thing. The things you promised that you would do, I would suggest you go do it. I will have it personally funded, okay? And if I can't personally back it up, I know 2 or 3 people that will get involved with it and personally back up your expenses to go to Manila and a hotel. You get in the ring with Pinoy Troll, 4-ounce gloves. No, none of that 16-ounce glove stuff. 4-ounce gloves, no headgear, and you go at it for, I don't know, 6 3-minute rounds. But I guarantee you it's all going to be over. Stipulation is I will pay I will pay his entire Pinoy Troll got to be puffing on a cigarette because he doesn't have to worry about the cigarette getting knocked out of his mouth because the fight is not going to last long enough for the cigarette to get burned down to the end. But I will personally guarantee all of Pinoy Troll's funds to put you guys in a ring, the doctors, the medical care, the food, the hotel. If Pinoy Troll gets in the ring with his 4-ounce gloves and a cigarette in his mouth, smoking a cigarette like that, and if he drops the cigarette, he can pick it up and put it back in, finish. But and I'll double his expenses if he only uses his right hand. Just jab, 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 jab. Overhead right, jab, 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 overhead right, jab, jab. Rah, 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 rah. Could you imagine that with his little beard that he has now, just smacking you around from one end of the ring to the other? Picture yourself in the ring with Pinoy Troll. Nowhere to go but the corner. And then those little eyes that Pinoy Troll had lit up, you could see the gleam in his eye. I'm telling you, this would be the thriller in Manila. And free vacation. And think about it this way. Let's say Pinoy Troll gets in now and he does any serious damage. You could get all your medical bills paid. You could say that this happened and that happened. You could have, it could be like a medical benefit day for you. But why do you have to talk about Pinoy Troll that you're going to do this and that and the other thing for a year and a half and then you don't do anything? I don't understand that. I just don't understand it. I never said anything about you in a threatening manner, but you on the other hand, you threaten everybody. So the smallest guy that you threaten, the smallest man that you have threatened is now offering to bring you to Manila and have lunch with you because you've said you would like to meet Passport TV in a dark alley. I would tell you, based on Passport TV shows, I would tell you you would not want to meet Passport TV, but your mouth is writing checks that your body can't cash. All right. Scott Del Fuego says, Daisy is always cute as a button, and she is. Thank you, Scott. John Boone Bean, welcome to the machine. Looks like she be the bride. Such a nice dress. I'll show that dress to you again, John. That is a beautiful dress. This is an amazing. I got to tell you, Daisy is such a pretty girl. Look at that. She looks like she was born to wear that dress. It's an amazingly pretty girl. That smile, her physique, her arms. She's really getting tough. She's been doing a lot of exercises since she's been in Zamboanga. That's why I think she could take the guy with the big mouth and do things to him that he couldn't even possibly begin to comprehend. That's a good idea, Warren. Daisy almost had milk coming out of her nose. She laughed so hard when I told her the orange mongoloid said she was married before. I did hear that story. So And to my knowledge, Daisy's never been married. And I have proof of that. But according to the orange mongoloid-like man, he did say that, and I just laughed. And there's nothing I could do about that because it's free speech. But the stuff that he makes up, the stories, just like the story that he's going to do this, that, just like the story where he's going to want to meet Passport in a dark alley at night. What do you want to ban? You want to hijack him, like you want to attack him from the rear, or do you just want to meet him where nobody could see what goes on? Either way, if you want to attack him from a sneak attack from the rear, well, that just shows you about your character. And if you wanted to fight him head on, he would do you and then, I don't know, a full-on attack, a full-on onslaught attack, retaliatory attack. With you coming at him, I would imagine, I'm just stipulating here from past experience, if someone is trained properly, you have about 5 seconds of consciousness, and you might hear some bones break before you hit the floor. But I would think that's what your fight time expectancy with Passport TV would be. Full contact, because you attacked him. He didn't attack you. And, what's fair is fair. But I would think you would have somewhere between 5 to 10 seconds of consciousness. You'd hear the bones crack internally, and then you'd be on the floor when you woke up saying, what happened? That would be what would happen if you fought Passport TV. Now, I'm thinking that PINOY Troll, if you've said you're going to do this, that, and the other thing, I'm thinking PINOY Troll cannot beat you up in 5 seconds. Cannot. I know for a fact it's going to take, I'm thinking 45 seconds. And, that's a long time in a ring when you're getting smacked around, especially if the guy's got a cigarette in his mouth going like that. Yeah, that's a long time getting smacked around, because not only are you getting smacked around, but everybody's watching. That's the embarrassing part, especially that you run your mouth that you could beat this guy, and he does everything, bends over backwards to accommodate you, and then there's crickets. Scott Del Fuego brings up a good point. He needs to eat lunch first so he'll still have something to chew with. That's right. That's probably true. That's a good point. I never thought about that. And I want to also talk about that fella that threatened PINOY Troll and threatened Passport TV to meet him in a dark alley. Here's what he does. He realized recently that there are many people talking about him. He realized that. Many people are talking about him. And he realized that nobody likes him. So what he's doing, he's transferring some of the dislike towards Obama by saying, why is everybody picking on me? Why don't they bother Obama? And then he doxed Obama, saying where Obama lived. And that people should report Obama to the authorities so that he would get the heat of everybody making videos and live streams and commentaries, and thousands 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 of comments are all against this particular man in Cebu. Thousands of them. How can 100,000 flies be wrong? According to his calculations. That's what he likes to say. So 100,000 flies can't be wrong. Okay, we have Super Chat. Oh my God. It looks like the colors are coming up. We have a Scott. We have a Dennis. John Escapes is up at the top. We have a John Escape. For the bell, add some zeros. Thanks, John. Dennis Adam. Scott Del Fuego. Go for a score. Super Chat will follow each score. Nice. We have to sing. Thank you very much, Scott Del Fuego. Salamat. Okay, so let me get back up to the comments. I don't want to lose track here. A lot of comments I haven't gotten to. Okay. I'll put in for the Manila Fund. Warren says already the Manila Fund is paid if Warren's going to contribute. So you have a free vacation, a free vacation, a free vacation to Manila, free, hospital care, medical, dental. Now it's all covered. Once Warren comes into the picture, it's covered. Salamat, Warren. You are just 15 or 20 days away from an all-expense-free paid vacation. And if you go into the hospital, just think of all the care you're going to get. If Warren guarantees the money on the button, you're going to have the time of your life. And let's just say on the outset that you go one round. Okay? You could at least say you went one round with Pinoy Troll. I don't think it'll go that long, but it's an all-expense paid vacation to Manila. Tricycle to the boat to the mainland, another boat to the other to Manila, and it could be we could view it as the Thriller in Manila, dude. Don't let an opportunity like this go by. Don't let an opportunity like this go by. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, a free vacation to Manila, and nothing. You don't have to worry about anything. It's all expenses paid. Dental, medical, everything. Hotel, foods, transportation, cab fare, tricycle, everything. Don't let it go by. Don't let it go. I'll tell you what, I'll go there and do the video. Okay, just because you're not going to be able to do the video, I'll be right by you. I'll be right behind you doing the video. And Pinoy will be right in front of you. Pinoy will be right in front of you smoking that cigarette. Pinoy will, I got my money on Pinoy. I'm going back to the comments. Daisy is Dennis Adams. You have no idea how strong Daisy is. She's like a spring. Warren's going to put into the Manila Fund. He may be nibbling around the edges of accuracy as your subscribers are successful people with wise investment potential and the respect and like for you. He can't understand that. That's true. All right. So, and the reason that, let me just explain a little bit to that fella that claims that he's this, that, and the other thing. You have a delusion of grandeur. It's a mental defect. It's a genetic defect, and they're working on that right now to remove that genetic defect from people in general. Videos like the one I put out the other day with oil in the machine and Daisy running the machine, stuff like that. It's just everyday life in the Philippines. Videos of me operating tugboats and barges, cranes, pile drivers, backhoes, bobcats, ocean races, diving, snorkeling, stuff like that. People like stuff like that. In your repertoire, you have nothing. You have a beach. Oh, look at this beach. Oh, we're back on the beach. Oh, this is a beautiful... Dude, it's a beautiful beach. You don't even go in the water. Oh, yeah, right. The ear thing, right? Mm-hmm. Right. I forgot about that. You have an excuse for everything. What is your excuse for the blah, blah, blah? All right, so John Escape. I'll buy half a brick. I was out in the dusty field yesterday. Scott the Fuego, go for score. Super chat will follow each score. Ah, big score. Yes, Scott. John Escape. The troll has no idea that his stupidity is overwhelming his intelligence in Cebu. No, he does not. He says some of the dumbest things. I cannot believe some of the stuff he posted the other day. Some of it's true, some of it's not true. It's all free speech, but it's stupid. to do that. Yeah. The Philippines internet is playing like the Nebraska offense. It's on and off. I wonder if it's even on anymore. Yeah, it is. I still have quite a few people. All right, that's interesting. Okay, that's nice. Okay, Scott Del Fuego, another score. Skima, Skiuma, another score. I sent you a picture of my star anise water. Skiuma, Scott Del Fuego. Thank you very much, Scott Del Fuego, from Michael Fazio and Daisy May in the Philippines, baby. That's right. John Escape has been using the anise water as well. Something I learned about and shared it with my subscribers, and now they're sharing it with other people. I got to tell you, the star anise in the water was a big hit. There's probably 5 or 6 people now that are putting star anise in their water, and there's no more bacteria in the water. It's killing the bacteria and keeping the water tasting like licorice. John Escape, Scott, the anise water is damn good. It's just right. I put a Badia spice packet in, about 10 stars. Okay, so let me show you. I have John Escape. Let me show you what I do. I was putting the star anise in each liter bottle, 700 milliliter. But now what I do is I take a 5-quart bottle like this. First of all, I make the distilled water, and I take a 5-quart bottle, and I put about 6 or 7 or 8 star anise in the bottom of the bottle, and then I let the water soak, an hour, 5 hours a day, 2 days a week. And when I pour it out of this big container, I just put a strainer into the funnel before I go into the bottle. And then once a week on Sunday, I dump all the bottles out of the star anise, and I put 6 or 7 more star anise in the bottle. So I know that on Sundays, I dump the star anise out, and usually 2 bottles of this I will go through each. So I'll have drink about 12 quarts of water, which is 2 big bottles. But I love the taste of the star anise. All right, so let's see. Dennis Adams is back. And Dennis is also a star anise person now. Interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. Dennis Adams. The star anise used in medicine is Chinese star anise. Don't confuse it with Japanese star anise, which is poisonous and should not be taken. Always make sure you are buying the Chinese star anise. Okay, good information there. Good information. I didn't know that. I didn't even know there were 2. Well, this star anise, Dennis, is sold at the supermarket on the spice rack. I don't know about that, Scott. It was only 20 packages or something like that. That's quite a bit, though. I know that 20 packages will last me. 1 pack lasts 6 weeks with those big jars. So Dennis Adam blast off with another super chat. Oh my God. Let's just go through this. We have more super chat. Let's go up here. It starts with John Escape. And we have there John, Dennis, Scott Del Fuego. Dennis Adam again. Hits me hard, Dennis Adam. Okay, let's sing to Dennis. Thank you very much, Dennis Adam. Salamat from Michael Fazio and Daisy May in the Philippines, baby. And talking about babies, why will you not answer Pinoy Troll's call? Why are you afraid to answer the call of the Pinoy Troll? I don't understand. Oh, let me get this right. Your mouth is writing checks your body can't cash. That's right. My friend Justin Minicino used to say that to me. Justin Minicino, Justin Minicino, Minichino. My best friend in the Florida Keys. Look him up. Look him up if you want to see some of my friends. Justin Minicino from New Jersey. Okay? Look at my friend's abilities. Besides being one of the best boat captains and scuba divers and dive masters, he has a lot of curious, interesting possibilities, things. He was very good at a lot of things. Okay. All right. So, oh my God. Oh God. Oh no. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, this is going to hurt. Hey, Sabu. Hey, Sabu. Look at this. Ojo Slojos is jumping the fence. Dennis Adams. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is going to hurt. Sabu. Hey, Sabu. Where are you, Sabu? Warren says he'll pay for another family member to go to Manila with him. So now you have an all expense paid vacation for two. Thank you, Warren. Yeah. And the more super chat that you guys don't gang up on me like you did the other day. This ain't right. I can't keep up. I got my voice. I lost my voice singing the other day. John escaped. And do not forget the cockfights. That's right. That's right. John, thank you for reminding me. Warren H., your generosity is tremendous. Did you do anything with the 65 Strat? I think he bought a part for that. Well, he did order a part. John Escape, AAA, the Notternet. That's right, baby. This internet is terrible. When you bang a pot and flush a toilet, I don't. Oh, look at the top. Look at the stuff on the top. Look what's happening up there. It's not fair. It's not fair. My voice. I'm losing my voice. Dennis Adams. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Scott the Fuego. John Escape. Yes, Body of Spice is sold here, and each pack has 10 stars. Oh, no, these packages are much more than 10 stars, John. I would say 20, 25. I could look, especially for you. You being so generous. Hold on. I'll get a package. Yeah, it's a lot more than 10 stars, John. Where are we? Hold on. I don't know which box Daisy put these things in. No, not that one. Before she left. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, I don't have. I have. There it is. I got it. I got a whole. All right. It is marked. Just I didn't look on that shelf. I have a container here with star anise. I'll show you, John. Probably 20 at least. Oh, maybe 30. Okay. This is the average. They're all the same. So this is a star anise bag that we get here, John. And 10, 20, 30, probably 40 in there, maybe 50. It weighs exactly 25 grams. 25 grams. And this is 10 pesos, 20 cents. So this is 20 cents for 25 grams. And you can see they're all the same, the bags. So there's probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's probably 40 or 50, maybe even star anise. So that's what we have in one bag. Dennis Adams, we have to sing. Scott Del Fuego, still trying to work with the buyer to make him let it go. Dennis Adams, salamat. Thank you. Thank you. This is going to hurt. You listen, if you're in Cebu right now watching this, this is going to hurt. I'm going to turn the camera around, and you're going to see somebody that jumped the fence. And he has a wrench on my channel. And I got to tell you, that guy who was supposed to have been extorted by another person in Cebu, or possibly even somebody we both know, he's gone. Gone. I will not boil down to only one of a few people, that all three of them are gone. So whatever you did behind the scenes, and I know you did something because I've heard stories about you, you actually did coerce somebody into doing something against my subscribers and my super chatters, which is very, very mean and low-spirited, but that just suits your DNA sampling, which is just another genetic defect that you have. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Dennis Adams. Salamat. Okay, so we have from Michael Fazio and Desiree in the Philippines, baby. Now, to the guy in Cebu, to this guy, there's a guy named Ojo Slojos who used to be on your channel. But look at this. Ojo says, jump the fence. Ojo says, jump the fence. And that's kind of like that. You know what that reminds me of when Ojo's jumped over the fence? Look at this. It looks like he's looking at you from the top of a building, and you're looking up, and he's giving you a golden shower on the internet. That's what this reminds me of. I got to tell you, I mean, the way he jumped over the fence, it looks like a golden shower. The eye, look. Let me see if I'm landing properly. It looks like a golden shower from Ojo Slojos. So let's sing. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Ojo Slojos. I think it looks like a golden shower because of what Dennis did on top. The gold color. Golden shower. God bless America. You got to love America. So Ojo Slojos says, we can go here. Let's go here. Hi, Michael. Whoa. Ojo's. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Look at this. When you go down really, there's a lot more here. A lot more. Ojo, slow down really quick. There's a lot more here. A lot more. Ojo says, hi, Michael Fazio. I'm glad you appreciate a $5 donation instead of it demanding to be more. Now, who in their right mind would demand money from their subscribers? Oh, wait. Oh, my God. There is a man in Cebu who thinks that he is Fu Manchu, and he demanded $50 from one of his subscribers. I heard stories. And when his subscriber, who, by the way, I spoke with his subscriber in person, he's going to come on sometime during the week and donate money to me, and I'm going to give him a wrench. Okay, I just want you to know that there's a guy named TLO who's coming on my show. I just want you to know a guy named TLO is coming on my show and donating to Michael Fazio, and he's going to get a wrench. So, got to tell you, you are sending them over to me in the ones and the twos, baby. In the ones and the twos. Okay, Mercury 3. Nice to be here enjoying. Oh boy, more song. And then below Mercury, look at this. Below Mercury, John Escape, Cebu, Cebu. The pot is calling Dennis Adam. Ha, 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 ha. And then Dennis Adam again. Dennis Adam scores. Scores. The pot is calling. You guys don't want me to initiate the pot. I could, but that wouldn't be fair. Today is Sunday, and there's a weakness when it comes to banging. And all right, I will get the pot. I will get the pot. I promise. Okay, but not right yet. I'll give you a lesson on how to bang a pot. Okay, so hi, Michael. I'm glad you appreciate a $5 donation instead of demanding it be more. Okay, so let's go to the next. And we have Mercury 3. Nice to be here and enjoying Mercury 3. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mercury 3. From Michael Fazio and Desiree in the Philippines, baby. And I got to get going over here because Dennis Adams does it again. Pulls a big bone here, another $5 bone, and a $10 bone under that. Okay, Dennis Adams. Like passport. $5 donation from Dennis Adams. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dennis Adams. Salamat. Now, when I get through down to the bottom of these super chats, I'm going to get the pot, but only for educational purposes. I'm going to show you what I do and what I don't do with a pot. One thing I do not do with the pot is I don't bang the pot on my head like you project. You are telling people I'm banging the pot on my head. That's just not true. Outright fallacy, totally false. It's a lie. Another lie. So let's get down past Dennis Adam. Oh, well, we can't do that because we have another $10 super chat from Dennis Adam. So we have to sing again. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Dennis Adam. Salamat from Michael Fazio and Desiree in the Philippines, baby. Salamat. All right, we have a troll here. Warren took care of the troll. Thank you. Let's see. All right, B-Bots. The break is over. The break is over. Taco Bell Van Diva says the break is over. He's live. LOL. That lasted an hour. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Thank you, Mercury. See you doing work there. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, I don't really care what he says anymore. His time is about up. There's enough. There are enough people working on this that it really doesn't make a difference. But it's good to know that there is more information coming in every day. But at this point, I don't know that any more information is necessary. But Dennis, I will contact you later on for that information. Thank you. All right. And wow. Look at this. The Sir, MTJ Sr. at DNC. His goose is cooked. See? There are people out there that agree with me. At this point, the guy, the mouth, who keeps running his mouth, threatening people, personally threatening people, beating people up, threatening to dox people, doxing people, and doxing Obama so that he can get the heat off of him. There are now several major plans. There are several major plans that he should be aware of, at least aware of them. But he's not, because he's getting bad information. Believe me when I tell you the bad information exists. You are not getting good information. You're not getting the truth. There is a lot more happening than you are aware of. But it doesn't matter. At this point, I would say that you should have taken PINOY, no, not PINOY. You should have shut your mouth is what you should have did. You should have shut your mouth 3-4 months ago, but you didn't. So let me show you what I do. You should have stopped talking about me banging a pot on my head, because now I'm going to show you what I do with a pot. And then shortly after that, I'm going to end the live stream, and I'm going to go to Roberto, who says that he has some information about a man in Cebu who actually threatened another blogger. So I don't know if that's true or not, but let me get the pot. I already have the spatula. The spatula is always ready, because sometimes I need to hit a fly with it. Smacking, which is what PINOY Troll would do to you with a cigarette in his mouth in the ring. Smack, 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 smack. And you in your mouth keep threatening PINOY Troll. I got news for you. PINOY Troll says he might not come till next year. I would worry about that. If I were you, I would give that a lot more thought than if he said he was coming. I wouldn't worry about that. But when he says he's not going to come and he's going to come next year, that I would worry about. All right, we're going to get the big pot. This is the money pot, and this is the pot that I do not bang my head with. Okay, this guy in Cebu is so full. Oh, more super chat. We have to sing first. But before we sing, notice the dollar sign. The pot. Somebody heard that there was a pot coming, and they started super chat. Oh my God. Let's go over here. I wonder if my friend George is here. Are you here, George? You said you were coming. Okay. There once was a man from Cebu who demanded money for a view. The result was bad, and hence he was sad. The poor little fella from Cebu. Simulacron. Salamat. Oh my God. MTJ Senior says his goose is cooked, and I would agree. So let's say thank you. Thank you very much, Simulacron. There once was a man from Cebu who demanded money for a view. The result was bad, and hence he was sad, this poor little fella from Cebu. That's about what it boils down to. So let me show you what I do with the pot and what I don't do with the pot. So let me show you what I don't do with the pot. There are stories, and they're lies, deceits, and half-truths. This is a pot, and this is my Christmas hat on my head. What I do not do with the pot, and what the story is that I bang my head with a pot to the police, to the police in Cebu. I do not bang my head with a pot. I don't do this. Okay, although I could. It makes noise. It hurts. I do not bang my head with a pot. What I do is two things. Okay, I do two things. I bang the pot. Watch this. See, this is different. I do bang the pot. That's the money pot. You can see it's the money pot because it's got the money sign on it. Okay. This is a bad boy pot, let me tell you. Now, I also put the pot on my head and bang the pot. But I don't bang the pot in my head. This is banging the pot, and this hurts. This is banging the pot against my head, and that hurts. I don't do that. This is banging the pot. Doesn't hurt at all. This is putting the pot on my head. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. The pot has to be done proper. Proper potting. Mercury 3, we got to sing. You have to stop all things and sing. Thank you very much, Mercury 3. So, if you are a police officer, a psychologist of human nature, and you are reviewing these videos, just notice what happens when you bang the pot. Now, I tried to get a big official. When I told the big official how much money I get to bang a pot, not bang a pot on my head, he said to me, how much do you actually earn, Michael? What is it worth for you to put a pot on your head? And when I told him, he said, are you serious? So I opened up my computer and I showed him how much I earned for banging a pot on my head. And he says, these are real numbers? And I said, yes. And he goes, to put a pot on your head? I'm going, mostly. He goes, that's twice what I make a month. So what I said to that man is, I have a subscriber named Warren that will donate $500 to you if you put a pot on your head and bang it at my house. And he's thinking about it. He can't do it. Of course he can't do it. He's an official. But he didn't say no. But he did think about it. He goes, that you can make that much money banging a pot on your head? I go, that's nothing. If I flush the toilet, they send me money to flush the toilet. He goes, what do you mean? And Daisy was with me at that particular meeting. She said, yeah, if he flushes the toilet, they'll give him a lot of money. More money than the pot sometimes. Gotta tell you, life is good. All right, so I got to get back to the show because the super chats are adding up. Oh, my God. So we have Simulacron. We covered that one. Very good at Simulacron from Dennis Adams. Simulacron, Dennis Adams, thank you. Mercury comes in with a big 10. The pot has to be done proper. Proper pot money he got. Okay, so Mercury is a wordsmithing like the Scott Del Fuego. So we have to say thank you to the Mercury. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mercury 3. Salamat from Michael Fazio and Daisy May in the Philippines, baby. Let's show you a picture of beautiful Daisy May in her dress that she's going to wear. Look at this. You talk about a beautiful girl. Look at this dress. Look at this. Look at that. What a beautiful girl. Okay, that's Daisy May. Her friend Chris, who is, let me get you a good picture of Chris. This is a good picture of Chris. This is a good picture of Chris right here. This girl, Chris, is getting married to a man from America. And then she did get her birth certificate. And for some reason, her birth certificate was listed as she was a man. And this is really a woman. She was born a woman. She is a woman. So it took 5 months to get her birth certificate changed from a male to a female. And she had to be examined. And that's done. She just got back. She either got back today or she got back yesterday, because I know Daisy was alone, and then I heard somebody walk in the house. So it could have been Chris, it could have been somebody else, but she is back with her birth certificate that says she's a woman, and then she's going to get married on November 21st, I believe. And then that's the dress that Daisy is going to wear. Let's see. All right.